Alrighty everyone, welcome back to the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel, and we are back here making NASCAR paint schemes. So we got several paint schemes that I found that is like, hey, I want to make some of those, because these are some pretty easy ones, but also some kind of cool ones as well. So let's get into it here and see what we can make NASCAR paint scheme wise. I know it's been a while since I've done some of these, mostly just because scheduling and other stuff like that have had a lot of video stuff to do earlier on this year, and it's taken a while. So luckily we are back here working on paint schemes. So let's see what we can do. So today we have 1992 Davey Allison's Sonoma car. So this is the 7UP number 28 race car. So let's get started and see how it looks here. Alright guys, so first off, we got ourselves, just from the picture that I'm looking at here, we got ourselves the number 28, so we'll go ahead and get that taken care of here really quick. So there we go, number 28. Now we gotta find ourselves pretty close font, and that's pretty close there. That's also pretty close. That's also close, just with the little slits in between the 8 there. That's pretty good. Let's see. 8-wise, that's the closest. 2-wise, I think it's like this one right here is the closest to. I'm going to go with this one just because with the 2, it looks good, but then also with the 8 there actually is, because we're going to have to go like that. So it's going to be an all-white number, because that's what's actually on it. And so you actually have the you can actually see there the holes in the 8. So that's the best way to go there, because we could go with that right there, but that right there, which is actually what it should look like. As you can see, the small thin slits, but yeah, just a little bit too small once you add in the other. So that looks much better. So there we go, we got that taken care of, and let's move on from there. So first off, paint scheme actually that we're on right now looks really good. Let me see what the, okay, so there's the colors. That's what we got in the palette. Let me see here. Okay, that looks like a really good race car right there already. Old school, looks good. So let's see here. So what I'm looking for is a much lower stripe, is basically what I'm looking for here. That's a little bit too high. That looks a little bit more like it. That could work. Okay, I think we're going to go with this right here more than likely. The other one that we had right over here, where'd you go? There you are. This one's just a little bit too high with how high the stripe is. Plus, also, it's way too high up in here in the front, as the front's supposed to be all green. So that's not really working out for us too well. Plus, also, you have the white that really just conflicts with the number, and that doesn't quite look as good. That's also a cool one, but once again, just too high with that stripe, whereas this is going to ride just about perfectly with where the number is. So that's what we're kind of looking for, and that looks fairly decent. So we'll see what we can do with that. Color wise, so let's see. We're currently going with the dark green. Looks like we are in secondaries to make that green happen. So we'll head over there. Let's see, and how dark do we go? Right about there, it looks like, to get that green. That doesn't look too bad. Obviously, we got the white stripe up there in the front, so that's a little bit annoying, but we'll have to work with that. Let's see here. There is a bit of a red stripe along that line, but because we are limited, we might skip that. But let me see here. Yeah, that's way too thick of a line there, and also it interferes with the numbers, so we can't really do that. But that probably would have looked good. So let's see. We got the number fill. Now we can go with the matte finish, which I think is probably going to be the closest to the actual color, or we could stay with the gloss. And just from how the picture looks, I'm going to say we're going to go with the matte, because it looks like more of a matte gloss, not really a true gloss. It looks like it's an actual like matte gloss color that's actually on the car. So we're going to go with that. Obviously, black wheels, so we already got that taken care of, so that makes things super easy. Now we got to get the sponsors. So we got 7UP, so Eris, obviously with the red and then the logo, that would work pretty good. Let's see here. Safe Light would also kind of work, just to get that white and the red going on. Plus, also it has a little bit of a border around the letters, so it kind of makes it stand out just a tad bit better. Let's see. Luma really doesn't work, although you could say that that's the sun logo there is the round dot, so you could go that route. Rowdy Energy, that really doesn't work. Procore kind of works if that little orange dot there in the middle of the C wasn't orange. So that would work, except for that. I'm gonna say I kind of like the Safe Light just because, well, I don't know. Let's see here. It is a really big logo. That's the other thing. I would say Safe Light would be my choice, but since it is so big, Eris is actually probably the best one to go with because it's a big 7UP logo. It's not a small one. Now this is where it's going to get interesting because of where the picture is. We can't really see what's on the side of the car, but I'm going to assume that's going to be something similar. Now down here, what we're going to go with is Hunt Brothers Pizza. It's going to match in with that green, but also give us some of those fill-in sponsors look to it. So that's going to be good. We're going to go ahead and put Eris there on the side. Back here in the back, can't see what's back here just because of where we're at. We'll go ahead and do a fill-in sponsor there, and because once again we just can't see the back because of how the picture is, we're going to go ahead and go with Eris back there just to fill that in. But that's about as close as we can get, and it actually looks pretty good. I would love to get that green, all green front, but that's not going to happen with the paint schemes that we do have. So there we go. That's about the best interpretation that I can get. Now I want to double check something here because I want to see, is this a true white? It looks like a true white, but it definitely is not nearly as white as that number. You can see that. It's definitely more of a gray there. Let's switch over to the side. Okay, over here it does look like it's about similar, so okay. Not too bad. But there we go. So that is Davey Allison's 1992. I believe this is a Ford Thunderbird, if I'm looking at the front end correctly. Could also be a Buick as well, but I'm leaning towards Thunderbird just with how the front end looks. But let me know if I'm wrong. But the Mustang looked a little bit better for this. But anyways, there we go. We got the Davey Allison Sonoma 1992 7UP paint scheme take. Looks pretty decent. Let me know what you guys think about that. I think it turned out fairly decent. So, anyways, we got ourselves a paint scheme in for the season. That's cool. We got some more, so we got to go get that work done. But anyways, that looks pretty good. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you guys here next time. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.